Alright, welcome back. Tonight we're doing a special shave in honor of our good friend Johan over at Shave and Butcher. Because we all know, have you seen the comments on Dave Card's, Matti Lindholm's, or Frank Stromberg's videos, how much Johan loves the Focus Slim. So I figured what the heck, I'll use this tonight as well. And honestly, it is a phenomenal razor. One thing that is really cool about this new pricing that's already in the thumbnail is it stands on end, and you can put it down on the counter and it will stand up perfectly straight. Really dang cool. Also, one thing I found out in doing a bit more research on this razor is it is perfectly balanced, meaning it balances at its pivot point when it's perfectly flat. Now, most chevettes and straights, if you bend it a little bit like that, yeah, it balances. Whoop-de-doo. But this one, you get it flat, balances when it's flat. So very cool on that machining. It's also machined out of a single billet of aluminum. And see, it says aluminum made in Italy, 100% made in Italy. So there's that as well, if that matters. So using the Focus Slim, beautiful razor. I have a second use crown saloon blade in there that I had in the Broman, but the Broman is being sent off to the next person in line in the pass around. And for the Focus Slim AL, they do recommend using a snapped in half blade, not a saloon pack style blade. So we're gonna try with the saloon pack blade anyway. The soap is going to be Oubliette from Fingers, Arts, and Accoutrements. This is in the CK1 formula. I'll whip this up off camera and come back for that. And the brush I'm using is one I haven't used on the channel for a while. I'm not sure why, because I use this fairly frequently when I'm in the mood for a natural hair brush, but I do that mostly off camera for whatever reason. But that is going to be my, still dripping wet, my Richman S1 Innovator Hulk, as it has been dubbed because of the purple and green. Very soft knot in there, and the handle size is wonderful for my massive meat hook of hands. So I'm gonna go ahead and get lathered up, and I'll come back later on, and we'll continue the shave. All right, we got the lather built up, and look at that. That's what's left. She's after building a lather, and you're not gonna see because my lighting here sucks, but that is some awesome machining. That's on the cocoa butter formula, not CK6. All right, oh, this shirt has slightly higher collar. I'm used to her neckline, not collar. Should have cleaned it up before I came back. All right, so we were able to whip up a beautiful lather with that S1 Innovator or silver tip. And it has a good amount of scrub to the knot, which is partly due to the synthetic fibers that are in there as well. But man, that did a beautiful job in the beautiful job on that lather. I cannot speak this evening. All right, so here we go. I have the blade all warmed up. Focus Slim, just for you, Johan, because I know how much you love this razor. Now this is a recent addition to my den. Due to the, look at that lather, it just fell off. That's Kokumba, the CK6 formula, or CK1. It just holds lots of water. It's awesome stuff. Anyway, squirrel. Took a line from Jim Combs there. Anyway, as I was mentioning earlier, the razor was generously gifted to me by a friend of my channel's, Peter. Who, after watching one of my videos, I made a comment that I was using more chevettes recently, and he reached out to me and says, "Hey, you know, I have these chevettes, they just don't work for me. they're yours if you want them. I said, absolutely. So he very generously sent them to me. And this one, this is my 4th use of this razor, and it's quickly become one of my absolute favorites. So Peter, thank you again for sending this beautiful razor. I have yet to try the other Chevette. Regretfully, I haven't used that one yet, but I will here shortly. They arrived shortly before we moved. And I think they arrived, and then I brought most of my razors here to this house and left only a few things at the old place. But this razor works really dang well. And it's modern. Oh, look at that lather, just fell off. Probably didn't see that, but hopefully you heard it. And that's a nice, slick, wet lather there. Kind of reminiscent of a Jeffrey Smith lather. He's another fan of the Focus Slim. I think he used his this week as well. Maybe last week. I don't know, I'm still a few days behind on videos. What's really cool with this design is if you look, you can see the head has that little ridge. This design, if you put that ridge on your face, that's that ridge and the blade at the same time, you'll get a good cut. It'll be effortless. I just found that out this week from doing a little bit more research on it and watching some videos on the Slim. Or Focus Slim, or Focus Slim AL, or aluminum. And it has some guards built in the heel and the toe of the DE blade. So it has some protection built in as well. I know this is gonna be a little bit longer video. Mine are generally fairly long anyway, so apologize, just bear with me. Trying to line up the goatee without my glasses and my horrible lighting is not the easiest of tasks. So it's really cool. Oh, look at that lather, just fell off. People rave about CK6 because it's a dang good base, but CK1 is still a really good base. Anyway. One thing that's really cool with this razor is the fact that it has a protection on the heel and the toe. But the balance is great. It feels very light and nimble in the hands. And granted, I've only used 2 blades in here, but they both work really well. And, you know, it's a modern, sleek, sexy design. I think it's great. I absolutely love using it. I think it's a wonderful razor. Man, this lather is just phenomenal. This brush did a great job whipping that up super quickly. Didn't do a heavy load. Took out most of the water. And just worked it on my face. And gonna have plenty Had I not shaved my head last night with the leaf, it would have, this would be great for I'd have plenty of lather in there for a head shave too. But I usually only shave my head every other day, mostly. I'm not sure if you can hear that feedback, but dang. I can see the hairs in here. Right here is always an issue. I gotta go a different way. And I learned from my my Broman V Echo razor or video not to go up right here first. Cause a little irritation, a little bit of blood. Yeah, this is a phenomenal razor. And if you want a different color, they have different colors as well. You can get, of course, blue. Jeffrey Smith has, his is green, which is a very nice looking green. I think Frank, Dave Card, and Mati. I know Mati has black. I think Frank does as well. I believe Dave's is black also. They also have a purple that looks really good. I like that purple. I like the green. The red looks killer as well. In fact, I like this razor so much I'm thinking of getting a second one because I like to travel with it. And I'd probably get the red and travel with the blue. And that's why I bought two Dovos. And I made the mistake, I traveled with a plastic handled one. And this one that broke on me. So, I still haven't gotten that fixed yet. And I'll get it done, just not a huge priority. I'm waiting for my Kai razor to come in from Japan. It's been sitting there since last month, the 18th. Hasn't moved out of Osaka. But if you watched my shave with that, where I mentioned it was unknown from Harry, the Kai has been boxed up. Well, it hasn't been boxed up yet. I need to find all of my shipping materials. I mean, like boxes and that to ship things. They're in the garage somewhere. If you could see my garage, it's a mess. My wife has a custom built desk that we built, and she needs to restain it and refinish it. So that's sitting in pieces. It's an L-shaped desk, but it's sitting in our garage because she needs to work on that. I said she because she helped build the desk. She stained it. She finished it. She's very handy in that aspect. Which is great because of my normal travel schedule. I'm not home a lot to do that kind of stuff. So she learned it early on. I've been traveling for 13 years? No. Yeah, 13 years. We've been married for 15. We got married when we were still in college. But anyway, she learned early on that if she wants to get something done around the house, more often than not, she's going to do it. Especially with our first house, you know, we'd be out in the yard playing, you know, doing whatever, hanging out, making, and then we'd notice on like a Sunday that the sprinklers broke. Sunday at 9 o'clock. Of course, right after all the hardware stores closed. And I was on a plane first thing Monday morning. She's like, well, what are you gonna do? I'm like, well, I get home Friday. I go home Thursday night. I think my plane lands at 9. Then I work Friday, have conference calls and stuff I gotta be on, and expense reports I gotta fill out. So you can wait until I get off work on Friday so we can get this fixed, or you fix it yourself. And she learned to fix things herself out of necessity. And now she enjoys it, so it's awesome. So, and she's really getting into woodworking and that kind of thing. So it's really cool she has that hobby, and I help her with that kind of stuff. All right. This part's a little quiet because it's going up and how I have to stretch. Still trying to get the angle right where it's touching properly on this pass. That felt better. It says good audio feedback. Not sure if it's coming up that you guys can hear, but it has really good feedback on it. Really slick. Yeah, CK1 is no slouch. It is a great formula. And the scent on this soap is phenomenal as well. I don't know the exact scent. I'll also put those in the description if I remember. But it's one that a lot of people recommend that I should get. And I'm glad I finally listened and picked it up because it is very nice. It's a very nice cologne style scent. One thing I do wish I had done is gotten the matching aftershave. Because when I purchased this, I had the option, I was looking at it, and I was either going to get the matching aftershave or another soap. And this was throughout the time that Irish Springs was out. My wife made the decision for me, says, get Irish Springs. I love the spell of the bar soap of Irish Spring. So, that made my decision easy. Rather than buying Oubliette and the associated aftershave splash, I went with Irish Springs. Also in CK1. And it's that good as well. It's a dang good soap. It's like, this is a dang good razor. And look at that. Not sure if you can see that, but that's still a good decent amount of hair in there. And I apologize, this video is going to be a little bit on the longer side because I'm using a Chevette and talking. Oh, mostly talking. Don't want to mess with the goatee area too much. Man, this is a phenomenal shave. I do want to try this with my DE blade of choice, which is the Israeli Persona Reds. I have them in the British packaging, or the blue packet. And they work really well in pretty much anything I've tried. I did use the Astra SPs that came with my leaf. I used those one face shave and they worked really well for the first shave on the face, and then the second shave they were just awful. When I did my Zoom Groom challenge with the Future, I finished up, did a normal three pass shave after that, and I was looking back at the video again, and I could tell there's some irritation. So the Astras, while they are great on my head in the leaf, they do not work on my face. Which is sad. I know a lot of people out there love the Astra SPs. And they don't work for me. All right, we're gonna call that good. That's just rinsed off beautifully well. I mean, dang. Don't want to get more irritation here. It's getting a little, make sure under the chin is good here. It's always a trouble spot, but I got hair. All right, so we're gonna call that good. So yeah, Focus Limb, phenomenal razor, absolutely love it. Peter, thank you again for generously sending this to me. I will be using this a heck of a lot more. And I may actually end up getting another one. Talk to my wife. It won't matter. But it is a phenomenal razor. I absolutely love it. The soap performed exceptionally well. CK1 formula is definitely not a bad base. There's a reason that PAA, both CK1 and CK6, are my top bases. Both of them work really well. The first artisan soap I ever purchased was PAA CK1 in CAD, and I still have that one. That's one that I will most likely be replacing when it is gone. All right, anyway, to keep this semi-short, it's still really gonna be a long video, I apologize again. The software tonight was none other than Oubliette from Phoenix Arts and Accoutrements in the CK1 formula. This is what I'll be getting in CK6 after this tub is gone. We'll get that and the matching aftershave splash. The brush used tonight was my Richman Shaving Hulk with the S1 Innovator, which is a silver tip and synthetic hybrid knot. Beautiful, beautiful brush. I'm not sure you can see, but it kind of sparkles a little bit. Love the size of this thing. If you watched my video, I think I mentioned that here is more, it's kind of a 90-degree angle almost, not really flat. Or it's flat, not angled. But the entire time, with how large this handle is and how comfortable it is, you know, I was holding it like this to load, not really touching the bottom side of the handle, and then holding it like this to paint it on. And I didn't do this like I do with a shorter brush, so didn't bother me at all tonight. And if you can see, what's really cool that Rich did is has the colored resin and then the clear resin around it. So really cool brush. Love the knot. Very comparable to the other synthetic Badger brushes I have as well. That was my first one, and I honestly don't use that one enough. It is a great brush. The eraser, the star of the show, was the absolutely phenomenal, beautiful, and dare I say sexy, Focus Slim AL or aluminum or aluminium. So really cool mechanism here to load it. And if you watched a couple of their guys' videos, Finn, I was checking this backwards, but this just, you just push that out and slide it down, and I'm losing my blade. But there's the blade in there. Really cool mechanism, very modern, very sleek, and there's your crown blade. And it just loads very easily. Just pull it upside down. I'm gonna do this facing me, put the blade on it, and then that just slides down and back. And I messed up because I was trying to show the camera. Now I'm just rambling because why not, right? This is more reminiscent of a live shave than one of my normal videos. Oh well, it's all in fun. I mean, I do this to have fun, and that's it. So there we go. Wonderful, wonderful razor. Absolutely love it. And the color on that just, I like the color too. I mean, one would think I would love blue, but that's not my favorite color. But I just have a lot of blue razors. Anyway, enough rambling from me, guys. Thank you again for tuning in and sticking with me this long in this rather long video, talking about this beautiful razor, phenomenal scent and soap, and a great brush. So thank you guys again. Next week I should be back to my normal one video a week upload schedule. This week was a little different because of challenges and everything else I want to get out. But anyway, again, I'm rambling. Rather the enabler, so you may remember that. But again, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys next week.